Hello, my name is Veronique. I teach yoga, I teach Vinyasa, and I teach Ashtanga yoga. And today I've got to do a pose which has got Yogidandasana as an element of the pose. And I thought that I would share how I warm up for it. Yogidandasana is the foot in the armpit. So it is an advanced pose, in my opinion. And you want to be thoroughly warmed up when you start this. You need to have done some pigeon poses, some hip openers. And basically the way I start really getting more into my Yogidandasana is in double pigeon. So if double pigeon is not in your practice, I think you need to practice double pigeon first, all right? This is a requisite for the Yogidandasana pose. So find a double pigeon pose, and depending on how tight you are, this may be here. And we are going to work on trying to lower that knee onto the ankle. Try not to cheat in this one. So what I call cheating is being here, because eventually as we want to do Yogidandasana, this ankle needs to be bent and it needs to be at 90 degrees. So try to have your ankle onto the knee onto the ankle, and let's just start. So I tend to go forward and really stretch forward to really begin. And use the breath to deepen the pose. We're going to go, so if your right leg is on top, and if you're mirroring me, no, if your left leg is on top and you're mirroring me, I'm doing my own thing today, I'm not teaching. So I've got my right leg on top, so I'm going to start going towards the right. It's very unusual for me to not mirror. I mirror in my lessons. And then I come back to the center. We're going to go to the other side. As you go to the other side, we're already starting to try to take the elbow into the knee, into the foot, and maybe open a little more. So there's going to be a little twist here. So from this position, I then keep going into my twist. I try to press my elbow or armpit, not really armpit yet, just tricep into the foot. Both hands stay together into prayer. And what you want is you want to push into those arms so that the hands end up in the middle of your chest. All right. Maybe you repeat this on the other side. So pause the video and repeat on the other side. Maybe you can keep going. If you're quite advanced, you will be able to keep going without going to the other side first. So I'm going to keep going, and I'm going to use a block that I'm going to put this way up on the outside of my knee here. And what I want is I want to try to take my elbow outside the block. So I want to reach so far that I take my elbow outside the block. The idea here is that eventually you want to try to take the elbow to the floor. So I'm going to start here. And there's an intense stretch around here, right? So just be aware of that. Obviously it's in the hip as well. Eventually, we try to take the elbow to the floor, and as you can see, my foot is even more on the outside of my tricep than it's going to be in the Yogidandasana. So it's like an overstretch. And once you're done with this, you want to lower the brick and take it a little bit wider. And we start again. And at this point, can you see how my foot is touching my armpit? And I'm trying to press into the twist. I don't know if you can see, but I'm trying to move a little bit deeper into the twist. Eventually, maybe you can get to the point where you can reach the outside of the brick if it's this way. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to. It's not really what I do that much. Yeah, I can get there and the elbow is not going to the floor. It's okay. But my foot is now in my armpit. So I have built the flexibility needed for the foot reaching the armpit now. So I will do the same thing on the other side, but I'm going to show you first what this will lead to. Your foot will reach higher and higher on your arm, and in Yogidandasana, this hand needs to wrap around, this arm needs to wrap around to get hold of the knee. So this is what I'm going to try now. So to get into Yogidandasana, I start like this. I can start standing depending on what I'm doing. If I'm doing grasshopper pose or some arm balances, I might start standing. If I'm just doing Yogidandasana, I'm starting seated. So I'm doing my figure of four or cradle pose with my ankle bent. And then from here I twist and I reach my foot to my armpit, or my armpit to my foot. And I stay here for a few breaths first. Just establishing, again, that flexibility. And it's important to every now and then take a breath, reset. And then I'm going to try again. I'm going to try this time to take my hand to my knee. Let's see if it works. It works. So I take my knee down to the floor in Yogidandasana. I need to balance on that leg and do the pose. And this is how I warm up and I do my Yogidandasana. Good luck. Your turn now.